Skip Bayless has made a name for himself as one of the most controversial TV personalities in the sports world. Over the years, he's garnered massive amounts of attention by spewing out absolutely ridiculous sports takes that often have people questioning why he still has a job. It's clear that he'll say whatever he needs to in order to get a reaction out of the public, even if he doesn't truly mean it. But Skip is a person that believes all attention is good attention. It doesn't matter how stupid he sounds as long as people are talking about him. He's made a living by doing this, which is why so many people don't like him. But this past month has been a new low for Skip, and there are tons of unhappy people right now that want him off television for good. Before I get into it, welcome to the War Room, a channel where I discuss all things sports related. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let's get straight to it. I would say Skip Bayless's popularity really took off during the golden era of ESPN's morning show First Take. Starting in 2012, Skip was joined by another controversial TV personality, Stephen A. Smith, on the show. Having these two guys together was really a recipe for great television. In my opinion, it was pretty obvious that these two had exaggerated characters to make the show more entertaining, but that didn't matter to most viewers. It was still incredibly fun to watch. On top of that, there was probably a script that they followed, and most of their opinions were fabricated, because they literally disagreed on every single topic. Obviously, there would be no show if everything was just a calm discussion where both sides agreed on everything. The heated interactions made for some great memes, while the show itself was certainly one of ESPN's bright spots. Odds are, if you were someone who watched this duo frequently, you didn't really like either one of them, but you still couldn't take your eyes off of them. Here are just a few vintage Skip Bayless moments from his time on that show.
Johnny Manziel will become even bigger in the city of Cleveland than his buddy and business partner LeBron James ever was in the city of Cleveland.
Tell me that Tim Tebow deserves to be
a bigger
mentioned
draw
in the
than
same
Kobe Bryant is
than
right
Kobe
now.
Bryant?
He's a bigger draw than Kobe
He's a
Bryant.
bigger.
Yeah.
Go to break.
Soon, RG3 will be better than Aaron Rodgers. I said it, and I will stand behind it. And you will eat those words over time. I need a little time.
So you get the point. Skip ended up leaving ESPN and joined Fox in September of 2016 alongside NFL Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe on a new show called Undisputed. This show is basically the same thing as First Take. New memes, same terrible takes, and more controversy with Bayless in the center of it all. While these two again argue back and forth in a very heated fashion, it's usually just about sports and for entertainment purposes of the show. But there was one situation that happened on air about a month ago between Skip and Shannon that seemed a little bit more personal.
They're going to be in the playoffs. Is Tom Brady playing bad? Okay. Yes or no?
Yes, he played poorly yesterday.
What do you mean yesterday?
Okay,
all year.
But you're giving him 100% of the blame?
Because they asked me the
that's
question.
just, you have no objectivity. It's just straight Brady hate.
Skip.
Wait a minute. This is just straight hate by a guy who's jealous that he is still playing at a high level at 45 when you had to stop at 35.
Skip, that's what you do.
That's the point.
That's what you do. Every time I call something into question, I'm jealous.
No.
Skip, I did what I did.
I never said you were jealous of Baker Mayfield.
Skip, I did what I did. You make it seem like I was a bum. I'm in the effing Hall of Fame.
Okay,
I got three Super Bowls.
So what?
So what?
He's way better than you were.
I'm better than you.
Better.
Skip, what I got to see what you do? You take personal shots.
No, I don't take personal shots. You started it.
Time out. You would take a personal shot at me.
I didn't take a personal shot at you.
Wait a minute.
What are you talking about?
You would take a personal.
Put your glasses back on.
Can I finish?
After watching this, it didn't seem like it was a debate. It was more of Skip trying to make Shannon mad by disrespecting everything he's done in his NFL career. But again, was this real or was it staged for better ratings? We have no idea. Nonetheless, people still called out Skip, pretty much saying that he could have just kept the argument about sports instead of bringing Shannon's career into it. Also, as Shannon pointed out, Skip is trying to make it seem like he was just some no-name scrub because he didn't play at a high level into his mid-40s like Tom Brady, who, keep in mind, is probably the only player in NFL history to play at this high of a level considering his age. So it's really just a dumb comparison in an attempt to piss off Shannon. If this heated exchange was real, there's no doubt that there is some serious tension between these two. For the past few weeks, things settled down, until Skip Bayless reached what feels like a new low. As many of you watching this probably know by now, Damar Hamlin collapsed on the field in the Bills-Bengals Monday Night Football game. The game was postponed, and even at the time of me recording this video, Hamlin is still in critical condition in the hospital, while it's still a question whether or not he'll survive. Saying this is a scary situation is an understatement, and the events that took place on Monday night absolutely stunned the sports world. But when everyone on Twitter was sending their prayers, wondering whether the 24-year-old would make it out of this situation alive, Skip Bayless decided to tweet this. No doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of the game, but how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant. Based on how most people read this tweet, it really sounds like Skip is putting an unnecessary amount of focus on a football game when a dude is literally fighting for his life. This was met with tons of backlash. Isaiah Thomas said, quote, "I hope they fire you, bro. For you to even think of the game is very sad." RG3 said that Damar's life is in the balance. Get your head out of your ass. And Des Bryant summed up his feelings with a simple, "Fuck you, Skip Bayless." These are just a few of the thousands and thousands of messages that flooded Skip's Twitter. He followed it up by saying that nothing is more important than Damar's health. That was the point of his last tweet, and that people misunderstood him, which a lot of people felt like was a BS cover-up. And apparently so did Shannon Sharpe, because the next day on Undisputed, he did not show up. Shannon decided to come back to the show yesterday, and this is what transpired.
Good morning, yes.
Morning.
There's been a lot of speculation of why I wasn't on air yesterday, and I won't get into speculation or conjecture, innuendo, but I will say this. In watching that game on Monday night, what happened to Damar Hamlin struck me a little different. As a brotherhood in the NFL, when injuries happen, when we know injuries are a part of the game, I've seen guys suffer ACLs and Achilles tear, but I've never seen anybody have to be revived and fight for their life on the field. So it struck me a little differently because I remember seeing my brother paralyzed on the field temporarily, and he was able to regain focus. Skip tweeted something, and although I disagree with the tweet, and hopefully Skip would take it down, but I didn't want it.
Well, time out. I'm not going to take it down because I stand by what I tweeted.
Skip, let me finish.
All right, okay.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Go ahead, let's go, Jen.
Okay.
I mean, I cannot even get through a monologue without you interrupting me.
Well,
you could have came back, Skip.
Well, I thought,
Skip, just let.
I didn't know you were going to bring up
No,
this.
I was just going to say, Skip. I didn't want to yesterday to get into a situation where Damar Hamlin was the issue. We should have been talking about him and not get into your tweet. That's what I was going to do. But you can't even let me finish my opening monologue without you interrupting.
Okay. I was under the impression you weren't going to bring this up because nobody here had a problem with that tweet.
No. Clearly, the bosses wanted you to offer explanation, so clearly somebody.
No, they did not have. Nobody.
Let's go, Jen.
Thoughts and prayers remain with Damar Hamlin.
That's where the focus should have been, and not on the football game. Yes, let's go, Jen. Thank you.
To me, it looks like Shannon is clearly done with Skip Bayless, and honestly, who can blame him? Fans are speculating that the end of Undisputed as we know it might be coming in the near future. It's also pretty surprising that given the fact Shannon didn't come to the show the day before and he was addressing Skip's tweet in the opening monologue, Skip was under the impression they weren't even going to bring that topic up. You would think the whole situation regarding the tweet would have been addressed behind the scenes instead of both of them arguing about whether or not their bosses had a problem with it live on air, which again just shows that there's really no communication between these two. Time will tell what the future of Undisputed has in store, but one thing is for certain. If Skip Bayless wasn't already the most hated sports TV personality, he definitely is now. Many people think he seriously crossed a line with the Damar Hamlin tweet and his constant disrespect of Shannon Sharpe. But let me know what you guys think about this situation in the comments below. Do you think Skip Bayless should be fired? Like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.